Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I am asked to speak on the 12th chapter of Gita. Thereby, I assume that you all know Bhagavad Gita. Otherwise, you would ask me to speak on the 19th chapter of Gita. There is understanding about the truth, what we call in different ways. God, Bhagavan, truth, reality. These are the different words indicating the same thing. Now, this reality has to be completely and correctly understood or recognized. According to Vedas, the truth is to be recognized in the following ways. Number one, the truth is Nirgun Nirakar, attributeless and formless. Second thing, the truth is with attributes but with no form. Saguna Nirakara. And the third, the truth is the Saguna Sakar with attributes and with form. So we have to recognize it in all these three ways completely. Otherwise, we end up in obsessions and biasness in understanding. Therefore, 12th chapter takes this theme for us. As you all know, Bhagavad Gita is addressed to Arjuna by Bhagavan Sri Krishna. When we study the scriptures, there is a different way. It is not like studying the worldly subjects. For example, the knowledge about the things, how it happens. So when I am looking at an object, I am looking at an object. But when I look into the mirror, I don't look at the mirror. I look in the mirror. And in that mirror, I don't see the reflection. I see myself. This is the basic difference between studying the worldly subjects and studying the scriptures. Therefore, the first obstacle in studying the scriptures is this. We like to understand, we like to talk about the truth objectively. This objective or the objectivity in our knowledge is the first and the last obstacle to be conquered. If this we are not able to do, then we simply get lost only in objectivity and which has no meaning. Therefore, here the teacher gives us this knowledge. Before we come to the 12th chapter, something happened up to 11th chapter in Bhagavad Gita. So let us summarize it in one line. The first chapter tells about our problem. Our problem is identity crisis. As to who am I at a given period of time. Yesterday I was speaking somewhere. All your spiritual practice, if you want to summarize in one simple word, this is the way. There is no other way. And it is wherever we are, whatever we are, whenever we are, we should be 100% present. Exactly this is what was not understood by Arjuna in the first chapter. He was on the battlefield, so he has to be a warrior. But instead of remaining a warrior, he became somebody's disciple, he became somebody's grandson, he became somebody's brother on the battlefield. So what happened? He was not where, what and when he should have been. See? And then problems of life begin. First chapter tells us this. we must sort out clearly our identity at a given period of time, in a place, in a situation, at a particular position. This must be clear. When this doesn't happen, then we get lost like Arjun. Then, if this is born out of confusion because of this identity crisis, then what is the way out? There is only one way out, and that is we must correct our notion about ourselves. We are all leading a notional life. Notions are the one which we have created. Nobody created for us. So, to remove these notions, the teacher has to tell us in the language that we can understand. See? Just imagine there is somebody who is drunk and lying on the roadside, and he happens to be your friend. I don't know why your friend, but he happens to be your friend. And naturally, as a friend, you will like to help him. So, will you go and talk to him the language of wisdom? My dear friend, you belong to that culture. Your parents are so great. And this blah 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 blah. Do you think he will understand? Then, to talk to him, catch hold of his necktie. That is the only purpose of necktie. With a necktie, you cannot clean your nose. It's very hard. It may plug the nose. You cannot wipe your face. It is so thin or it is so small. Then what for the necktie? Only for this purpose. To fish us out from the wrong place, necktie is used. So to such a person, what will I do? I won't talk to him a language of gentlemen. I have to talk the language that he understands. So in that highly drunkard state, I just feel pity on him, want to help him. Then what will I do? I'll give him one hard. And then slowly he will open his eyes. What happened? And then put him into a taxi and send him home. Because that is the only language he can understand. Exactly. Bhagavad Gita tells us this principle. You cannot talk the same language to everybody. Depending upon the patient, the medicines are given. So Arjuna was given a blow on his face. The first blow was Klaibhyam Asma Gama Partha. Arjun, don't yield to impotency. Now this is the second principle we have to learn from Bhagavad Gita. Our life must be an inspired performance. Impotency means lack of inspiration. Whatever we do in life, we must begin in an inspired mode. Otherwise, oh God, I have to again cook, and why these people, why God has given us stomach, And when such a lady cooks the food in that house, everybody gets constipation. Because the job is not done cheerfully and happily. So whatever you do in life, Bhagavad Gita tells, live an inspired performance. See? Our condition is in the morning, is there something called as 4 o'clock in the morning? Because we have never seen 4 o'clock. I have seen only earliest is 11 o'clock. See? Begin your day in inspired mode. And then such a person can understand something. Then the third principle he was told, then look here, you have no choice but to act in this life. You cannot keep quiet. See? It's very important for us. You cannot keep quiet. Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tishtati akarmakrut. Karyate hi avashaha karma. We are as if compelled to act. See? And the actions are physical, through speech or mind. 3 types of actions. Physical actions we understand. Action through speech is talking. And action through mind is thinking. Now give it a small experiment. Next 30 seconds. Don't talk to yourself. See how difficult it is. So, if you have to act, if you have to work in life, why not work in such a manner that this action itself becomes an asset and not a liability? For us, action is a liability. Therefore, everybody thinks, Swamiji, I decided to retire. Why retire? Work till the last moment of your life. Many people, one of my friend in India, he asked me this thing. Swamiji, you are going here and there continuously traveling. Why you run so much? You have nothing behind you or around you. Why you are running so much? I said, okay, from today onward, I stay in your house. I will not go anywhere. No, I don't mean that. See, friends, why we have prayer for the sun? Because he comes and goes. Is there any prayer for the space? There are prayers for the earth. Samudra Vasane Devi Parvatastana Mandale. Prayer for the water is Godavari Jalesmin Sannidhim Kuru. Then for the fire, Agneyanaya Supadharaye. Then for the air, Jai Hanumana Jnana Guna Sagara. What is the prayer for the space? No space. Because it is freely available all the time. See, friends. Therefore, when we are able to recognize this, then we are valued in this world only as long as you are active. There was one house in India. They invited me for dinner. So after dinner was over, then they said, Swamiji, our grandmother is not well, please bless her. So after I had taken their food, I can't say no now. See, namak haram kaisa ho sakta ho? So I had to go. I went. And that old lady was in coma. Now what can I talk to her? But there was a nurse, so I spoke to her. I said, hey, are they paying you okay? Yes. I said, then pray to the Lord. Till you get the next appointment, continue. Don't take him away. And meanwhile, those owners came, immediately I had to act like a great Swami. See? And then I took her hand, that comatose lady, and I put my hand on her hand, and then I kissed my hand. Who will kiss that dirty hand? And then what can I say? Who can challenge what I have done? I said nothing. What is to say about it? Then I went. Third day that man came. Swamiji, do you remember you came to our house? I said, look here, I have forgotten God. Where will I remember you? No, you came to our house and you had dinner and then you blessed our grandmother, and now my heart started coming out and going in. Now what happened because of my blessings? If she survives, he has come to kill me. And if she dies, my blessings kill the people. That was the problem. Then he said, Swamiji, we were not, very able to see her suffering. For last 6 months she was there and we were really very sorry for her. But after you bless her, God has listened the prayer. Now she is one with the God. I said, look here. Don't cheat yourself. Cheat the world. Don't cheat yourself. What is the cheating? I said, look here. A person who is in comatose never suffers. Then the person who pays the bill, he suffers. Marti bhi nahi. Think, friends, when you are not productive, you are unwanted. Never think of retiring in life. Keep yourself active, busy, and dynamic till the last moment. That is the third chapter. Then in the fourth chapter, Bhagavan says, Karmani akarmayaha pashed akarmani cha karmayaha buddhiman samanusheshu sayukta sa krishna karmakru. Then the question comes, how do we work? How do we live in this world? Don't live in this world to get happiness. See, if you observe, whatever we do or we do not do, the purpose is we are all seeking happiness. Like a person observes Ekadashi for happiness, the other person eats a lot for happiness. One person goes for running early morning for no reason to come back for happiness. The other person continues like a pig in the bed for up to 11 o'clock for happiness. In short, all our activities, involvement or withdrawal, is only for seeking happiness, is it not? One more example. Why people get married, for what? And what do they get? Therefore, these all activities of our life are aimed at seeking happiness. Don't seek happiness. Then express happiness through every action. You have fulfilled your life. That is the way Bhagavad Gita tells in the fourth chapter. Now, fifth chapter, Bhagavan says, Naiva kinchit karomiti yukto manneta tattvavid. One should have this attitude. Like in grammar, we have got two voices. One is active voice, second is passive voice. Active voice is what? I have done this job. In that, job is secondary, I is primary. I have done this job. Use a passive voice. Hey, the job is done. It doesn't matter who has done it. But for us, the I is so strong. To get freedom from the karma, the only one way. Second chapter, Bhagavan says, Karmanye madhikaraste ma phaleshu gadajana ma karam phala hetur bhuhu. Meaning, do not have the sense of doership as a burden on your head. See? That is the fifth chapter. Now we come to the sixth chapter. In the sixth chapter, Bhagavan tells very clearly what is the ultimate attainment, what is the goal of our life. In the sixth chapter, Bhagavan tells us there is one goal and it can be attained by everyone. This is only water. And the goal is, let the divine express through us. Don't struggle for God realization. Remove that from our head. Hey Krishna, when will you show me your face? See, there was one person like this. And somewhere in Vrindavan, Bhajan Kirtan was going on nicely. And he was educated in NRI. So when he went there, he said, I want to see God. So that Mahatma said, please sit down. We'll have Bhajan Kirtan and then when God comes, I'll tell you. And the Bhajan Kirtan continued. And then suddenly the Mahatma said, stop. God has come. You can't see it. You require a divine vision. Bhagavan, this NRI wants to see you. Will you give your darshan to him? Okay. Bhagavan said that if you see me, all your merit of your whole life will be exhausted. Nothing is free. All your merit will be exhausted. Then only your sin balance will remain. And as a result of the sin balance, after my darshan, you will suffer from all the problems of life. Ask him, is it okay for him? So tell, what should I tell God? Now this man who wanted a God's vision, I think I'll ask my wife and come back. See, friends, don't bother for that God, God, God. Bhagavan says, Jitatmanaha prashantasya paramatma samahitavaha shitoshna sukhadukkeshu tatha manapamanayoho. Paramatma samahitaha. You have allowed Paramatma, the Divine, to express through you. Under two conditions. Only two. Shita Ushna Sukhadukkeshu Jitatmanaha. When all the complementary opposites come and dash against us, the world comes to us in the form of complementary opposites. There is nothing other than this. Whatever thing you take in life, food, you may like, you may not like. Climate, you may like, you may not like. Everything comes to us only in the form of these two options. Sukha, dukkha. Joy, sorrows. Gain, loss. Friend, enemy. Everything is in pairs, a complementary pair. When this thing comes in our life, Jitatmanaha, Bhagavan says, our mind's equanimity should not be compromised with. First indication of God realization. See, friends. Now the second part, now this is 50% realization. Second part is Manapamanayoho prashantasya. The world comes to us in the form of these complementary opposites, and the people come to us in the form of honor and dishonor. Somebody may honor us, somebody may dishonor us. So when honor and dishonor dashes against us, do we become excited or depressed? Or we maintain prashantasya. Prashanta means what? Honor does not make us bloat, and the dishonor doesn't make us squeeze. Prashanta is going beyond the Shanti and Ashanti. If this is clearly understood, we have learned first 6 chapters of Gita perfectly well. Thereafter, in the 7th chapter onwards, Bhagavan starts another theme. This is all possible only if you have some altar in this world before whom you don't ask questions, except without involvement of your logical faculty. How the God keeps us away from us? By the barrier, like you got a firewall, it's the cause and effect wall. About everything. Why? Because the sky is too high. See, I'll tell you about how this thing destroys us. I was somewhere probably in one place in India, and the young boy, he was leading me to my place. So when he was walking with me, we were walking down, hardly 15 minutes walk. So I asked him, I say, do you have a cigarette? He said, why? I said, no, I smoke, therefore, I thought you may be smoking, therefore I am asking you. Swamiji, did my mother tell you? I said, no. Then how do you know? I said, I got Divya Drishti. By looking at the envelope, I can read the contents. Yes, I smoke. Do you know why I smoke? I said, I don't want to know. No, but I tell you. I said, look here. There is no logic behind why you smoke. Because you love smoking, others are smoking, you become a crowd. You have your own understanding, but we get carried away by what others will say. No, be confident enough. And the logic is, everybody smokes, I am not the only one. Everybody drinks, I am not the only one who drinks. Everybody goes the wrong way in India when they drive. When there is a red light, they get charged and they go like a bull and cross them. Everybody does that. This is not a logic. See, friends, we have to go beyond logic. And for a beyond logic, the simple rule, there must be some altar in our life before whom we surrender 100%. Surrender is going beyond cause and effect. And for that, the teacher gives us a vision in the 7th chapter. And in that vision we are told, Mattaha parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya mai sarvamidam protam sutre maniganaiva. Arjun, there is no cause of me. Parataram cause. Kinchit effect. Anyat other than me. This is the truth. The truth is beyond cause and effect and sense of otherness. If this is the truth, what question can you ask? Cause and effect creates an illusion of time. And time is a baby of mind. And that mind keeps us entangled in this world. Again and again, recognize this truth. Now, go further. On what ground we say that I am the body? If you are caught up in cause and effect as valid, on what ground we say that I am the body? We have not created the body. The body doesn't listen to us. There are people who are fat, they want to lose the weight. But when they look at the ice cream advertisement, they put on 5 kilos. They don't have to eat. And there are some other Agarbatti brand. Even if they eat the whole live buffalo, yet they digest the buffalo also, continue to be so. What logic? And yet I am the body, and on the basis of this I am the body notion, our whole life is destroyed. See, friends, and therefore we must have an altar where we ask no questions. See, friends, be very attentive. Every question, every thought has a seed of somebody from where the thought sprouts. If we have got very fertile soil and there is no seed, will any plant come out? Exactly the same way. Only in the mind. There are no thoughts. Thoughts begin from somebody. A reference is necessary for the thoughts to be born. And what is the reference for us? Our body. And thereafter, two things. My possessions and my relations. Where are our possessions and relations when we are in deep sleep? In deep sleep, what we are, when we are, where we are? Nothing. But we are. Now what logic is this? When we are identified with the body or we are not identified with the body, we continue to exist. Whether we are identified with the mind or not identified with the mind, we continue to exist. So our existence is independent of the body. See, friends, and therefore, lesser the question burden on our head, you will discover everything from within. When we ask question to others, they give us reply. Reply is not an answer. Answer you have to discover. You ask somebody, I have to go to such and such place. Can you tell me? Yes, you go this thing, take the right turn, and after 3 turns, then take a left turn and you reach there. This is the reply. Then you have to walk. Oh, I have to walk also? Yes. See, friends, therefore, this logic is a big hurdle. Now, this is continued in the 8th, 9th chapter. And 9th chapter, Bhagavan tells something which is far beyond logic. Many people get confused in these two verses. Where Bhagavan says, Maya tatamidam sarvam jagadam vyakta murtina masthani sarva bhutani nachaham teshu avastita najamasthani bhutani pashyami yogamaishwaram bhuta bhrunnacha bhutastaha mamatma bhuta bhavana. He says, I am formless but support all the forms. Therefore, all the forms are in me, but I am not in them. And to be very frank, neither they are in me nor I am in them. Understood anything? See, friends, beyond logic. And then to explain this principle, he tells, whenever you see, you start suspecting my presence. Now we are slowly entering 12th chapter. What do we see? We see the trees. Very good. Among the trees, if you happen to come across a banyan tree or a peepal tree, the moment you see a peepal tree, hey, Narayana, Krishna, Govinda, Vasudeva. Slowly, you are funneling your vision to a point where divinity is suspected. Among the rivers, we see so many rivers. Mississippi, Nile. But the moment we see Ganges, so among the rivers, I am the Ganges. We see so many mountains. But among the mountains, I am Himalaya. In this manner, we are given a training how to sort out the divine presence conspicuously in the world around. And once we develop this vision, then we are able to further make that vision so subtle that we will be able to perceive divine presence in everything and being. Then in the 11th chapter, Bhagavan says, don't start seeing God's presence outside. See the same divine presence within you. See, everything is in me. Ocean says, all the waves are in me, but I am not in them. Because when the waves are born, ocean is not born. When the waves die, the ocean doesn't die. So, waves are in me, but I am not in their biography. They are born, they die. Who cares? And when the waves are appearing on the surface of the ocean, it is not an addition or a gain to the ocean. And when they are quiet, it's not a loss or any kind of bad thing that happened to the ocean. No. Exactly the same way, be attentive. Waking comes, dream comes, nothing is added to me. When these two experiences disappear, only deep sleep, there is no loss. I am the same. So instead of getting lost in logic, start analyzing your own experiences. The real spiritual practice is learn from every experience of your life. And after this was told in 11th chapter by Bhagavan, then in the 12th chapter, Arjuna begins the question. First of all, he tells that, O Lord, you have explained so far the truth as with form and without form, with attributes and without attributes. So between the two, which is easier and which is the best? See, This question is like what? One mother brought me her son and she says, Swamiji, please tell him what is good. Whether he should take mathematics or engineering or he should take medicine. Which is better? Then I ask him, I say, okay. Hey, you tell me, 17 multiplied by 8, how much it comes? I say, what has happened? No, I am seeing a calculator. I said, you go to medicine. Neither medicine is good, nor engineering is good. You find out for what you are good. See, if you ask me in mathematics, I am 0. Any number of times they give me some time to count. I count every time a different number comes. And I don't know why it happens. I can never do that. So, it is necessary for us to see what we are fit for. So, Arjuna's question was, who is a better knower of the truth? Ki yoga vittamaha. Those who are following the truth with the form, with the attributes, and those who are following without attributes and without form. Nirguna Nirakara and Saguna Sakara. Between the two, who is the best? Bhagavan says, look here. Forget about God. What do you think you are? Of course, I am with the form and with the attributes. As long as you consider yourself to be body, as long as you consider yourself to be with attributes, I am man, I am a woman, I am young, I am old, I am beautiful, I am awful. See? Till such time, you require a support with the name and the form. You must have seen many people when they sit for so-called meditation, directly they want to sit for it. And after some time, then they start in latest technique in meditation. That is called as Jhatka meditation. See, our mind knows two extremes. Either it is multi-pointed, constantly going from one theme to another theme. And second is, it is zero-pointed, going to sleep. We want a mind which is neither multi-pointed nor zero-pointed. It is fully available. We don't want a thoughtless mind. We want a thought-free mind. See? And in this manner, when slowly and steadily we understand that as long as I consider myself to be the body, you must have your personal God. Talk to him. Slowly, slowly. This is not called as a devotion. This is called as upasana. What we do, we light the lamp before the God. We give them bath. And if we have taken, of course. And then we give them food. Everything we do. When you keep on doing it slowly, regularly, this will channelize your thoughts to one point and be very attentive. If our upasana is fructifying and correct, it will certainly lead to inquiry. If upasana does not lead to inquiry, we are far away from the truth. See, about this I'll tell you one small story which is the foundation of a great text called as Tripura Rahasya. Tripura Rahasya is one of the very, very difficult and different type of text. In that it comes, the story goes, Parshuramji has killed 21 times the Kshatriyas, and 22nd time he was defeated by Bhagwan Ram. And when he was defeated, he went to Malabar hills or the mountains. All the Babaris who go to Himalaya, they are all defeated. He goes there. Wants to become a Babaji. And when he goes there, he comes across one Mahatma and very comfortably sitting in his own blissful glory. In his very presence, Parshuramji's all agitations, frustration, everything was cooled. He said, "Sir, what is this experience I am experiencing here?" So the Mahatma said, "This is Brahmanandam Paramasukadam." What is this Brahmananda? Please tell me. He said, "It cannot be told. You have to experience it." No, you can't tell. That's why you are not telling. And then he said, "Okay, you are very intelligent. And intelligent people I don't deal with. So, you go to Bhagwan Dattatreya. And he will tell you, because he is intelligent, you are intelligent. You must match with each other." He goes to Bhagwan Dattatreya. And then Bhagwan Dattatreya immediately understands. Here he is a victim of logic and workaholism. So what is done? He is given one stone. This is Tripura Devi. Do the upasana. Give every day nice warm water bath. You should take cold water bath. Give a comfortable asan to sit for her. You should sleep on the floor. Give a Maha Naivedya every day. You should eat only vegan. See, keep her in one place. You keep on doing pradakshina. So many things. For how long? Not much. Maybe one tapas. How much one tapas? 12 years. So, poor Parshuramji, he is doing that tapas 12 years. Then he gets disgusted. Come on, what I am doing? I am only telling this is Devi, Devi, Devi. Where is the Devi? Who is this Devi? He gets disgusted. And he comes back to his Guru, Dattatreya Bhagwan. I think I have wasted 12 years of my life. Why? Who is this Devi? I don't know. I simply keep on doing chanting. Bhagwan Dattatreya says, "Look here. Now, inquiry is kindled in your heart. Who is Devi? Now you are qualified for knowing further. Therefore, if you are doing upasana perfectly well, it certainly culminates into inquiry. Kastvam koham kutamayataha kame janani kome tataha iti paribhavaya sarvamasaram vishvam tyaktva sapna vicharam bhaja govindam bhaja govindam." See friends, whole life busy doing this, doing that, doing this, enough, then we are not going the right way. Like, we cannot continue to remain in KG1, KG2 throughout our life, is it not? KG1, KG2 is necessary, but up to a particular level. See, we have to grow independently ultimately. Then the inquiry is kindled in his heart. And then he starts working on it. Who is this Tripura Devi? See friends. Therefore, first two types of sadhana. One is worship of the God with form and with attributes. And second is without attributes and without form. So what is without attributes and without form? I. When I say I am old, here I refers to the body. When I say I am Indian, it refers to a concept of nationality. When I say I am a man, it means to a gender. When I say I am a professor, it means to a profession. How many of eyes are inside? Am I one or is a crowd? Find out who is this I. See friends, in this manner, slowly when you start inquiring, and this can happen only if we have withdrawn sufficiently from the world. Till such time, you have to continue. You can't go without it. And after this is understood, thereafter, now the real spiritual practice begins. Bhagavan gives here a basics. Basis is, let your mind be fixed on me. See? Now what is me? Me is that which is at the substratum or foundation of your every experience. Like colors and forms are seen by the vision. The vision is the substratum of all the colors and forms. Mind is the substratum of all the sense organs. So mind is the substratum, sense organs are out. Similarly, Chetana, the life is the substratum of mind. When the mind is totally closed as in deep sleep, life still remains. And this life is an expression of the infinite power, which is individually called as Kundalini Shakti. With totality, it is called as Mahashakti. See, friends. And this Kundalini Shakti is supported by the Absolute Self. So this is the journey we have to go. Therefore, the first step is, fix your mind and intellect on me. No, it is very difficult for me. Then practice. No, I can't practice. Then whatever you are doing, do it for me. How can I do it for you? I can't. Never mind. Then whatever you are doing, offer unto me. 4 options are given. These 4 options are the path of Upasana, ultimately leading to devotion. Upasana is external activity. Devotion is inner experience. And this devotion or love, it is not an action. Upasana is an action. See? Like a boy and a girl, for them what is love? I love her, I love him. So what is the net result of this loving each other? They fall in love. When they fall, they get hurt. And hurt is called as marriage. And they have to suffer throughout life. Because for them, love was a verb. But the mother does not love the child. Mother has love for the child. See, friends, boy and the girl, first day the upasana. See? One wife told after 15 years of marriage, see, last Valentine, the first time you met me on Valentine Day, you gave me a red rose. And now you are giving me a white rose. What is the reason? He said, that time I gave red rose with the hope to get love. Now what happened? Now with the hope to get peace. Life is full of joy. Whenever you are happy, you are one with the Lord. Ananda deva kalvimani bhutani jayante, anandena jatani jivanti. The whole world is an expression of bliss. Where from the blisters are coming? See? Whenever we are unhappy, we are going the wrong way. Whenever we are struggling, we are going the wrong way. See? The other day, one girl wrote me, Swamiji, this is the boy and I am likely to get married to him. Please bless me. If somebody asks me for the marriage, I only can give him advice, not blessing. And after marriage also I cannot give blessing. I can only pray to the Lord. See. Then again I got another WhatsApp. Amiji, that boy I told you, I don't know what happened to him. Now he doesn't want to talk to me. Mama, what do I write? I said, look here, take cool. Everything happens in our life for our good. Have patience. Net result is your mind should be at peace. A person who is at peace with himself or herself is at peace with the whole world. That is what is God realization. Otherwise, what happens? I had to do this, I had to do that. And then I want so many things. Then you correct it. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. There is no end to it. See, whenever there are crowds, we are far away from the truth. See, friends, the truth is one. Be attentive. Like the space is one for all of us. Like the air is one for all of us. Like the element fire is common for all of us. The element water is common for all of us. In the same manner, we all have a common mind. Now what is happening? My mind versus your mind. How that one mind has become many? Only because of identification with the body. Like ornaments are many, gold is one. When one statue is that of Rama, other is Ravana, because of these two statues, Ravana's statue does not make the gold unholy. And Rama's statue doesn't make the gold holy. Gold is gold. Exactly the same way. For the mind, there is nothing like a masculine, feminine. It is only same. Spiritual progress is discarding the Vyakti, individuality associated with the mind, and merge in the total mind. Then what will happen? Exactly the same way as it happens to the jeweler. Jeweler sees all the ornaments, different colors and names and form and utility, agreed. But the moment he has to decide about something, he will take that ornament and rub on Shaligram. You know that magic stone is Shaligram. If it is real gold or not, he is not concerned whether it is a wedding ring or a divorce ring. I don't know if it's a divorce ring. He is interested only in gold. Exactly the same way. Let us live at this undivided mind level. Now be attentive what exactly it means. These are the things you have to discover. They are not in books. Vision is common for all the colors and forms. Vision is not divided. When it's a green color, same vision. When it's a red color, same vision. When it's a yellow color, same vision. Vision is one. When it is a woman, vision is same. Man, woman is same. Old, vision is same. Oh, young, vision is same. Whether animate or inanimate, vision is not divided. Go further. There is one mind that alone is expressing through the eyes as vision, the same mind expressing through the ears as hearing ability, etc. So mind is not divided. Now if this is clear, then what is the impact of this understanding? My vision is not biased against or for any particular color. My vision is not biased against or for any particular form. Everything is eliminated without biasness of likes and dislikes. Similarly, the mind is not biased in favor or against the sense organs. Mind won't say, I like only the tongue, very nice taste, Eyes, I don't like. And then the eye started complaining. This is too much. Every good, nice, tasty food. Only the tongue gets. I don't get it. So I said, okay. I took nice South Indian chutney. South Indian means Andhra. And that too also were from Rajmandri. Hottest food you can get in the world there. Not temperature wise, but spices wise. So I took that chutney and gave it to the tongue. You eat now. No. Mind is not biased in favor or against any sense organ. Be attentive. Life is not biased against any form of life. Hunger of a rich man and the hunger of a ordinary bird. Same. There is no difference in hunger. Recognize this principle. So when we thus give up the speciality and merge to the non-specific, then real devotion is happening to us. And what is that devotion? Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshu stina priyaha. Like for the eyes, all colors and forms are same in the same manner. To such a great master, everyone is the same. There is nobody mine and nobody not mine. Vasantaval loka hitam charantaha. Vivek Chudamani tells, like when the spring comes, it is not only blooming certain trees or plants, but everyone, without any efforts. There is no effort involved in their acceptance of everything and being as it is. Because the non-specificity. Therefore, 12th chapter tells us that when you thus go beyond the individuality and merge with the totality, then what happens? Now the last topic. See, unless you are an Indian, you go to the doctor and tell him the symptoms. What Indians do? They go and tell the doctor the disease. Doctor साहब एक injection लगा दो. Let him decide. All Indians by birth have got many qualities. Every Indian is a doctor. I go to so many places. The throat is there, so it will have problem because I am still alive. Only after death the problems will stop. So when somebody, I'll give you, what is that? In American language, it is called as the turmeric latte. Do you know turmeric latte? No? What? You are all outdated fellows. In the milk, they boil the milk and add turmeric in that and then mix it and it becomes yellow and very hot and very thick and then you drink that. Then what will happen? Neither the throat will remain nor the problem. So when we go to the doctor, we tell doctor the symptoms. I have these symptoms. Then symptoms lead the doctor to suspect a differential diagnosis. So from the symptoms, the cause is understood. Exactly the same way. How do we know devotion has happened to us? To whom will you go and ask? Is devotion a makeup? One lady she got her face recognition for opening the phone, and she got it done nicely, and then slept. Next day morning she got up, wanted to see. The phone didn't recognize. How do we know? How will you recognize that devotion has happened to us? This is the topic in the last part of 12th chapter. There the symptoms are told. Symptoms that devotion has happened to you. There are 20 different attributes. I'll take one or two and rest you can study. Adveshta sarva bhutanam maitra karuna evacha nirmamo nirahankaraha anapeksha shuchirdaksha udasina gatavyatha. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20 points are given here. So, first is Adveshta Sarva Bhutanam, he who doesn't hate anybody. Try to do this. Don't use the word hate in your life. The word hate creates a very bad chemistry. If you don't like it, say, I don't like it, I'm sorry. But here you will see this word is very much used. I hate that. Arey Ram, 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 Ram. A simple, innocent brinjal, or what you call eggplant. I hate eggplant. Arey, if you have to hate something better. What is eggplant? Never use that word hate. Adveshta doesn't hate anything. Sarva Bhutanam. Now, not hating anybody doesn't mean you go on hugging everybody. See, like many people, they love their dog so much that without their dog, they can't even sleep. Born as human beings, Ram Krishna Hari. Therefore, Adveshta Sarva Bhutanam means you are at peace with everything and being in this world. You are at peace. You don't have to say every time, I love you, I love you, I love you. This funny thing I have seen in so many parents, whenever they talk to their useless child, and by concluding, I love you, me too. That hash me too. Useless. When you have to tell I love you, that means you don't love. See, there was one very old English movie. In that, the recent Russian revolution was to happen. That time, there also it was like our India only. The matchmaker will come and bring the news that there is a boy in that house, will you like to marry your daughter and all that, And there is one girl, a farmer, he has got 4 or 5 daughters and some. So one girl comes in contact with some boy and she loves him and all that. And the mother becomes angry. See, even the child is loving somebody. You never love me. And then they start talking and she starts singing. When I cook food for you every day, I don't love you. When you are ill, I took care of you because I don't love you. Here you have to certify, I love you, thank you. See friends, Adveshta Sarva Bhutanam, we have no biasness in not accepting or accepting anybody. Sarva Bhutanam. And how do we know it happens? When our mind is not allergic to anything and being in this world. See, there's nobody as dear and not dear. Everything is the same. If you have to know a few examples, the simplest example is like the space supports all the 4 elements but does not get influenced by any element. Space supports the earth and earth keeps on moving. Because of that, space doesn't get tickling. And yeah, don't move, I'm getting tickling. There are hurricanes and all kinds of tornadoes coming, and yet the water doesn't weight the earth or the space. When fire infernos are there, the space doesn't get burned. The winds are constantly moving. Space is not taken away by the winds. Exactly the same. Friends, you don't have to do anything. Only recognize this is you. Like the green color is not touching my eyes. The black color is not touching my eyes. Nothing can really influence us. That is devotion. See, waking comes and goes. What happens to me? Nothing. Dream comes and goes. I am the same. Deep sleep comes and goes. I am the same. Meditation comes and goes. I am the same. Only right understanding about our correct being is devotion. Otherwise, your whole life goes only in the externalities. That is necessary, as I told again and again. It is necessary. But that is not all. We have to graduate from KG1, KG2, go to the high school, go to the college, go to the doctorate, everything in the same manner. All that is necessary should be done. But at the same time, we must be withdrawn within. And the symptom of this pure devotion, if it has happened in our heart, what happens is we are free from the burden of any desire. Because the fulfillment of human life is to love and to be loved is the fulfillment of human life. And this can happen only through wisdom. And wisdom is nothing but mature devotion is called as wisdom, and expression of the wisdom is pure love. They are the same, they are not different. In this manner, the 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita helps us discover this unsullied, pure love in your own heart in the form of these various symptoms. Adveshta sarva bhutanam maitra karuna evacha. Be friendly with everyone. And to be friendly with everyone is only one way. Let us not have any kind of expectation. What will I get in exchange? No. Love for the sake of love. Like the mother loves the child for the sake of love only. Not for any other reason. Of course, as long as the child is small. When the child becomes a boy and then the mother is after him, get married, and after she gets him married, then she starts fighting with the daughter-in-law and then tell, see, earlier, he was all the time, mom, mom, mom. Now after he got married, are you a Buddha? Who will go to you now? He has got his own company. Why will he come to you? See, friends. Because earlier it was a pure love, but then it became an investment. When in the old days, they will come and help me. Don't expect anything. That is pure love. Try it and it will happen. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnahat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.